Boys want to go back to Oregon? That's right. We're going back to Oregon. I haven't posted in a long time because I've been in the process of getting everything set back up in Oregon and moving back to Oregon. As you can see, all of my trailers that were over here, not here. All of my trailers and trucks, not here. That's because we've been moving back to Oregon. It's taken some time. It's quite a distance here from Virginia City back to Oregon. This time we are going to the Roseburg area. We tried Eugene. It was pretty good, but it's pretty expensive there. So it's a little harder to get the accommodations I need for everything in Eugene than it is down in the Roseburg area. We still might end up in Eugene. I'm not sure. We still don't exactly have a place yet. We're looking at a bunch of places, and that's been part of the difficulty, is being back and forth while trying to work, while being down one of my main trucks still. That's right. The Mega Cab is still down. I'll give you an update on that in just a minute. But yes, we are going back to Oregon. I've been packing and loading stuff in any of the free time I have and heading up there. Unfortunately, the majority of my outside animals I have to rehome. My Nigerian dwarf goats, my ducks, my chickens. Because for some reason, everyone that has property and rents it in Oregon doesn't even want you to have dogs or anything. It's kind of weird. They'll have this big old piece of property and they don't want you to park anything there. They don't want you to do anything. They want you to just like quietly sit on your couch in the living room and pay them $3,000 a month for that in an old piece of shit manufactured home from the 90s. That's no different here in Nevada. Honestly, prices have gone down in Oregon. They've gone way up in Nevada. So being here in Virginia City, there's endless construction going on everywhere. But there's also too many trucking companies already here, which makes it very, very competitive. If you're in the construction industry, Northern Nevada is the place to be right now. I mean, they are building gigantic tech giga complexes and stuff. The entire Silicon Valley is moving all their operations out here. Google is building their whole entire business park out here. Microsoft's building a whole airport for their stuff out here. It's just going like crazy. The area would be called USA Parkway. There's endless construction companies out there. They're hiring, looking for construction workers. Now a little update on, I said I was going to be posting a lot more and we were going to be restoring the cab over and stuff. That's still the plan. A lot of stuff happened that last video I made where I said we were going to start doing all that because everyone this truck, but I didn't get the property out here that I was trying to get that had a shop. And even though it's kind of calm right now, you can see that tree starting to whip around. It gets up to 60 mile an hour wind on the average out here, which is impossible to do anything in at all. So that's part of the reason for moving. But this truck, some of you probably saw I had it listed for sale on Marketplace. I actually got some messages from people saying, I saw your video on TikTok and stuff, or YouTube, and why are you selling that truck? I'm not selling it. I had a bunch of people on the East Coast and down south that really wanted this truck, and they wanted to pay me to deliver it and everything, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it for some reason. I like this truck too much. I have a vision for it that I just feel like I need to complete. So once we get settled in Oregon, we will be starting on this truck. It doesn't need a whole lot, but I mean, I want to paint it. I want this truck to look, not necessarily be a show truck, but be a really clean truck that you see going up and down on the West Coast. The Mega Cab, the legendary Mega Cab. It's still in the shop. Like I said in my last video, I'm having endless difficulties with the shop that built the transmission. They were building me a 1,000 horsepower Aisin HD. Has a ton of billet parts, all kinds of cool stuff. Well, I've had to bring that transmission back to them 3 times, and I still have an issue. All 3 times they found stuff that they claim they must have missed, which I don't know how you miss something when the parts are supposed to be brand new. It's advertised on the very front. It's the first thing you see on their website. Complete build, drop-in transmission. And then I'm finding out that they're putting used parts back in it. So I can't speak much more on that because for certain reasons, you're catching my drift, I'm sure. But I have my certified RAM technician who installed it and who's been battling these issues. Pulling the valve body out, we're taking the valve body to Randy's Transmissions, and we are getting that tested because they actually have a way to test it. And I might honestly just buy their valve body anyways. I will be making a lengthy video with screenshots, email conversations back and forth, and everything else about the particular shop that is probably the worst transmission shop there is out there. And obviously it's not Randy's. That's who I should have went with. The F550, that truck is gone. Finally sold that. Said I would never get a Ford again. But I found this cowboy Cadillac right here. Could not resist it. I don't know why. It is a 93, so it's a 7.3 IDI. The only body damage on it. Grandpa owned. 149,000 original miles. 5-speed, 7.3 IDI. Obviously has an ATS turbo kit by Bailey's. What that means is Bailey's used to outfit trucks, older trucks like this back in the day, because there were so few shops and stuff. Bailey's would take your ATS kit, they'd put it on the truck the way that they like it, which they run it through, they run the intake side through the vents that are under the windshield wiper, which is kind of weird. It's loud as shit when you have the window down. And they would put their modified turbine wheel in it, which definitely makes it different, because I got a friend with the same truck, and this one will blow the doors off it. That's a lie. That's a 7.3. It can't blow the doors off of anything whatsoever. Okay, this one is slightly faster and has slightly more power. So anyways, that's what's going on with the trucks. But I'm out here loading up my stuff. Been out here every chance I get, loading up. You know, I've got tons of tools. I had multiple storage units here and stuff, because we moved from a 45 by 60 shop to the desert where I had nothing, just so we could see if we liked it out here. And we did at first, and then we were not able to buy anything because there is nothing for sale. Or you could buy like an old house from the mining days for $750,000 in Virginia City that has no yard, no garage, no nothing. Doesn't really work. Yeah, stuff did not go as planned here, so heading back to Oregon, where I know people, I know things. There's trees and water and good stuff out there. And I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, there's so many tweakers out there. It's no different in Nevada. Here you can't even tell who's a tweaker because everyone looks like one here. But that's about it for now. I am going to start posting more, making more videos. Comment below what you'd like to see. I've done everything there is to do in HotShot. If there's a particular thing you would like to see transported, or how to properly secure it, or anything like that, if you got questions on trucks as far as HotShot goes, I've had them all. I've ran them all. Trailers, I've had every kind of trailer there is, just about. But yeah, we're gonna start making more videos, and we have some pretty crazy stuff coming up in, I believe, February. Some pretty crazy stuff to haul. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.